to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink, cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink who can catch me when I'm falling. Cover up my scars, flip the handlebars, crashing in my car, wake up in a bar.
Alrighty guys, welcome back to the channel. It's a nice rainy Friday morning. I'm off work, so that's great. So today, I'm going to show you some stuff I got to do to my Foxbody. We're going to work on it a little bit. I have some exhaust gaskets, because as you may have seen in the autocross video, if you haven't seen that video, go back and watch that. It's pretty cool. But I didn't get to take this car because it developed a exhaust leak right at the header. And truth be told, the bolts just could be loose, but I'm taking this as an opportunity to change the location of my O2 sensor. And replace the O2 sensor because this one's airing out, which I think it's getting too hot.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Which is probably partially due to the place that they got the O2 sensor on these headers. So, unlike most headers where the O2 bung is at the collector, this one is only sampling one of the primaries on the front cylinder. So you're only seeing one cylinder. It's supposed to see an average of all four. That way you can, tune a little better. But from what I've seen and from what I'm, reasoning in my head, they put it on the primary tube to keep it hot, and that way it almost tricks a stock computer into working right with a narrowband. But since these wideband O2 sensors are heated, there's really no reason to keep there to get it hot. And in fact, I think it's getting too hot. That's why these are airing out like they are. I mean, it's just killing O2 sensors left and right. And that could be because of the Innovate wideband I have. I've heard some not great things about it. Whenever I do that 66, it'll probably get what's that, AEM or something like that. We'll see on that. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to take the headers off, drop the exhaust down, put one of these clamp styles on it, because I can't get in there with a welder right now. I can, don't want to, unless it's on a lift or I just are way more motivated. But today, I'm not. But I got these plugs to plug up the existing holes on the primaries. Right now, on the passenger side, I just have the narrowband O2 sensor acting as a plug. Which, pro tip there, if you don't have one of these, just use your narrowbands that you're replacing. Worked out great for me so far. I got a PCV valve I'm going to replace. Got a whole bunch of vacuum caps. I'm going to seal off some suspected vacuum leaks. But anyways, let me get you off the stand here. I've been told not to ramble too much on my first solo video. Alrighty guys, we got you on the POV. Let's see if we can get underneath. You can't see it from the top. We'll go underneath the car here. And let's see. It's gonna be hard. But do you see how it's on the primary tube instead of on the collector?
Oh, no, I ain't seen nothing. I ain't seen nothing. As a matter of fact, I can't even see you, sir.
That's the problem. I'd like to move it back to here. But anyway, let me get it started up. I don't know if you could hear that. Running real rough with it. But we're gonna get that straightened out. Alright guys, we got the header off. I took out the spark plugs. Looked at spark plugs. I think I'm running a tad bit lean, so we'll fatten it up a little bit. Just going off the looks of the spark plug. But this dropped down enough, and I got the car lifted up, that you'll be able to more clearly see what I was talking about here. Let's scooch underneath here. Okay, you see how it's on the primary right there? Well, we don't want that. So, with it dropped down, I can drill a new hole into the collector, and then I can put that clamp there on it. Eventually, I can weld a bung in that same spot. But for right now, we're just going to clamp it on there, replace the O2 sensor, and lower it down to the ground. And I'm going to plug that one over there. That's where I got my narrowband still. Sorry for that glare. Yep, can't get rid of it. Anyways, there's the narrowband that came with the car. Then I just go ahead and take that off, put the plug in it, put a plug in over here, put the new bung in over here. But probably not going to be very much to see on the time lapse. You'll just see me under the car So I'll just come back to you after I get it all done, and then we'll get it lowered on the car, and I'll put the headers back on. So I just got back from Andrew's house getting a step bit, and my goodness, it's raining. I had to close the hood to make sure no water got in there. We got the camera guy way up in the air so it don't get wet. But the hole's drilled, and I'm about to go put this down there. But yeah, I just wanted to show you how bad it is raining now. Texas weather is insane. Anyways, I'm fairly dry underneath there. There's starting to be a river running across the bottom of the car, so I gotta get going here. I'll show y'all when I'm done. Alrighty guys, I got the hole drilled after a trip to Andrew's house to get a step bit, just to find out it wasn't a big enough step bit. And then I tripped to Walmart to get a bigger step bit. Move this out of the way. We now have a hole. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the little gasket on there, clamp this guy in there. You see that little lip recesses in there. And then there is a gasket type, like exhaust gasket type material that goes around the hole and wraps around the pipe and seals it in. And then, as you notice, I'd like to have it a little closer up on the collector, but this is just where I had to put it so that it wouldn't interfere with anything. If I was doing this from scratch, it would be a little different. But it is pointing up at just about the 10 degrees off of center line that you're supposed to be. So yeah, we'll plug this guy, but let me go ahead and get that done. I'll clamp this up and get the new O2 sensor put in. But yeah, I just wanted to show you the hole before I actually put this clamp on there, see if I can get to focus around that hole. Alrighty guys, we got the new clamp installed. We have the O2 sensor just sitting in there. We have the new plug in. I decided I'm probably just going to leave that narrowband just in there. It's doing its job just fine. But got that right there. And here in a second, I'm going to put you on the time lapse, and I'm going to go ahead and here, let me show you what we got going on top side. So, also, sun came back out. But in here, I'm going to go ahead and put the new gasket in, bolt her back up, pull it back up to where it needs to be, kind of like that. And I'll get you set up on a time lapse, maybe kind of right here so you can see me putting all the bolts in and stuff. And once I do that, I'm going to show you how you need to calibrate one of these Innovate wideband sensors. It may work for other sensors, but I know it works for this one. And I'll show you the process of doing that. And then we'll go ahead and start it up. And I'd like to show you some of the computer stuff on it. In case I haven't mentioned, this computer is run by a MegaSquirt. And that's a brand of third-party ECMs for it. And I have the stock computer already, but I switched it all out. That was before we were filming, so I don't got any videos of that. But I did that so I can try to learn to tune. And right now, I'm still pretty bad at it, but hey, we're learning. But let me get you set up on the time lapse, and then yeah, I'll start it up for y'all. Alrighty guys, we got the header back on there. Everything's back in place. Got the spark plug wires back in there. Sure wish some of those weren't as long as they are, but you know, it'll work for now. Now I'm going to show you how to calibrate this innovative wideband. So this is a MTX-L Plus innovative wideband. So what you're going to do is right now, I don't have the keys, so they're over here. You're going to need those. And what I don't have is I don't have the O2 sensor actually plugged in. So first, you're going to cycle power onto it, and it's going to show E2. And you're going to want to wait 30 seconds or so. We'll have, hopefully Andrew, the editor, will skip through this a little bit. But going to wait here for 30 seconds. Alrighty, so that's been 30 seconds. Now we're going to turn it off. And we go underneath the car. And, I guess if you had it not underneath the car, you wouldn't have to go under the car. But oh, my charging cable's getting caught in the door. But I'm going to have the sensor in open air and plugged in. Okay, so that's an important part. You got to have it in open air but still plugged in. So let me go ahead and do that real quick, and I'll come back at you. Alrighty, so as you can see, I have the sensor plugged in, and it's just sitting on that bag right there in open air. This is what's going to show the little sensor what, I guess, no exhaust feels like or smells like in this case. So we're going to turn it on. Okay, that right there means that the heated O2 sensor is heating up. That's perfectly normal. You want it to do that. Okay, it'll do that for a second. Hopefully maybe Andrew can skip through this. It's kind of boring just waiting for it to heat up. Yeah, see how it says cal right there? That means we're done. Okay, and that's reading straight air. So now we can turn off the car and reinstall the O2 sensor into the O2 bung. So yeah, let me go ahead and do that, and I'll get back to you, and we're gonna fire it up here. And then I'm gonna do a little tuning, and I'll try to show you around the MegaSquirt system. Alrighty guys, she's running. No more exhaust tick over here. Take you back here so you can hear thunder down the road. But and I think I pinpoint where this little bit of smoke is coming from. It appears that, so when I took the header off, there was some oil in the number 1 cylinder exhaust, the exhaust port. So I'm thinking I got either a valve guide going out or a valve seal going out, but she'll work fine for right now. She's running great. Yeah, I was taking a little fuel out of the idle, but yep, pegged at 180. We got nearly 50 pounds of pressure. Alternator's charging. Let me show you around this. I'll do a more in-depth video later down the road. So this is the MegaSquirt system. This is your fuel table, or VE table as they might call it. And let me save this to the ECU. Okay. Yeah, and whenever you save it, it just, I don't know, it's kind of like it has a little brain fart while it figures it out, and then it idles along. I wish I would have shown y'all before, but this is so much more stable than it was when it was just reading the 1. But let's show you. You got gauge cluster here, and we got dyno and tuning views. It can show you. That's what is yellow? I don't really know what the yellow is. I hadn't looked around this too much. I'm very new to this system, but yeah, I think we'll. I gotta call it for today, but I'll head over to Andrew's house a little later, and I'll show you more. We'll drive this around. We plan to get some rollers of it, and I'll show you a little more of the tuning thing, because I'm sure I'll have to just adjust it just a little bit. But I mean, she's running great. I don't know if you can hear that, but she's running great. And the one thing that I will say that the MegaSquirt really fails on, and not really fails on, you just really have to know how to do it. Some people know how to do it, is trying to get the idle to stick. It doesn't like talking to this ICV valve, idle control valve. IAC valve, yeah, idle air control. This guy right here. Oh, and I don't know if you saw, I went ahead and put a new cap on that. New caps on this. This is where the coolant was supposed to go through the motor and heat it up. All emission stuff that I don't have anymore. I don't have AC right now. I do plan to put AC on this car, but it won't be till after I get out of school, because I just don't have the time to tear the dash out of this thing. That'll be an interesting video for y'all. But yeah, so tomorrow I'll go over to Andrew's house, and while he's sitting there, I'll explain to y'all and him a little bit about this this MegaSquirt system. But yeah, she's running good, all except for the little bit of smoke that comes out every now and again. It's running great, and like I said, I think that's a bad valve seal. So yeah, overall a success. So when you see me next, I'll be showing up at Andrew's house. Thanks for coming along with me while I was fixing this. Enjoy all the rest of the video. Alrighty, so we're back over here at Andrew's house. We got our cameraman finally showed back up. This is his car. We haven't seen it on the channel yet. He's got a, yeah. That's why I got his new bumper. I told him you got it out of the shop, but he's got a new hood. I guess just tell him what's going on.
Yeah, I got the MP Concepts GT500, you know, like mock front bumper.
Very hated by that guy digging in that truck over there.
Oh my God, that's disgusting.
I forgot the brand on the hood now.
Isn't it a Cervini?
Yeah, Cervini,
Yeah.
Cervini hood. Got some push pins.
Yeah, I got some hood pins here. And what exhaust you got on her?
So, I believe it's the Corsa Sport. It could be the Attack.
Yeah.
No, that's Boiler.
Yeah.
The Extreme, Corsa Extreme. I got it. It was on the car when I got it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way to tell that I've seen what the difference is, except for sound. I've never heard.
Yeah, you'd have to have them right next to each other. It is pretty loud, but it's not overpowering. I guess I'll stand back here and you can start her up. And yeah, it's pretty loud. Sounds good though. But yeah, we're gonna go get some rollers, and I think Andrew's setting up the follow chase car or follow car. I don't know. Yeah, he's putting our Osmo camera on there, and we'll get some cool shots of the Foxbody over there and his car over here. But yeah, next thing you'll see, we'll be on the road doing rollers. Alrighty guys, sorry for any drowning here, but I think we're now starting our rollers. Guess I'm supposed to talk to y'all about stuff. Let me get going here. Oh shit, you getting away from me. But yeah, I guess I'll tell you a little bit of what I got planned here for this car. First things first, honestly, I think my best bet is get AC. Because it is hotter than, it's hot in here. I gotta keep these windows up so you can hear me. Let me turn off the flashers. But well, this is kind of weird. I've never done rollers before. But yeah, so I'm gonna get some AC. My dad's been talking to me about putting an AC system in this thing because well, he wants to be able to drive it without being insanely hot, and I'd like to be able to drive it without being insanely hot. And yeah, but another main thing is my I do blue smoke just a little bit, because what I assume, it's the valve guides. It only smokes whenever I go to shift, according to Tyler when he was falling behind me. And when it does that, it should mean valve guides, but it could mean rings. You know, I don't really know. I don't really know what we're doing here, because I'm a little confused on what we're doing. They're like very slow. But if it is rings, whenever I go to put that 363 in the 66, which hopefully after I get back from college this semester, I'll be able to show y'all that. And you know, a little more than I have. I think I showed you a little video of it, but I'd like to be able to put that engine. It has a high compression 306 in it right now, I do believe, which would go perfectly here and just keep it NA and have that one be the turbo build. I don't know if y'all can see this, but man, it is hot in here. I'm starting to sweat, and I'm also sorry for any of the rattling you might hear. It's my hatchback, you know, like any other hatch. It just rattles a little bit. I need to replace the weather stripping on it. I need to do a lot to the interior of this car. Y'all can see, door panels are a little shaky. Y'all can't see it right now, but that door is basically completely off. It needs new, which I have all the push pins for it, but it's also missing some hardware. When the last owners, I guess, put it back together, idea, because I like the idea of having a back seat, even though when there's people back there, it cuts my tires because it rubs. I need to roll the fenders just a little bit better.
Alrighty, so we got back from filming, as you just saw, and there was something missing there.
Yeah, so we drove around for like 30 minutes, and I drove around inside that car with no AC in the Texas heat, with the windows up, expecting y'all to hear all of my rambling that I was saying. I was talking for like 30 minutes straight. And I get out, we're all done, I get out of my car, they see I'm just drenched in sweat. Like, you can probably still see it on my back, maybe.
Yeah, it's kind of gone away a little bit, but
yeah,
he was covered.
I was drenched in sweat. It was just so hot in there. And I was like, oh, well, at least, you know, I got 30 minutes of talking that he could put in the video. But nope, camera overheated too. My phone overheated inside my car trying to take a video. We got 6 minutes of that 30-minute conversation. So I don't know what you heard or what you didn't hear. Then the Osmo that we were using, the Osmopocket 3 or whatever, really good camera. We were using it on the back of Andrew's truck. Well, now it won't connect. You know, it's just one of those days. Things are fighting.
Yeah.
We didn't get a chance to do the cool video we wanted to do, or
With his
Tyler was
Mustang.
following our car. But we have convinced him to go to the autocross event
With the Mustang.
with the Mustang. He's gonna take the Mustang out there, so we'll try to get some rollers of that.
We'll do some rollers for that video.
Because we still got. You're taking the white car, aren't you?
Yeah, we'll take the white one.
Yeah, we still gotta get that ready because we robbed parts off of it.
Ah, we just need a battery clamp for it.
Well, and the seat belts off of it again.
Seatbelts are back on there.
Oh, you already put it
Yeah, I
back
put
on?
it back in.
Okay, so yeah, we just need the battery clamp. Tyler's car should be perfectly fine. I don't think can be anything wrong with it. At least it shouldn't be.
Right.
And,
Oh,
we'll
sorry,
do
this
some
bumper
video-
can't have it with this bumper.
There's a lot. What's wrong with it, Tyler?
Ford.
Got issues.
Yeah, he's having some electrical
ABS.
gremlins. He got no ABS sometimes, no power steering other times. He had the Coyote check for a little bit. But that's totally normal according to Ford. But yeah, so next video we'll try to show Tyler and do some more rollers like that, getting ready for the autocross. And you'll see him on the autocross course. Yeah, sorry, everything just got too hot today. I got too hot.
Yeah.
Cameras got too hot. Everything just wants to chill and relax and enjoy.
It's
our
really not
Sunday.
that hot outside today, though.
No, I'm
Give us 2 months.
yeah, 2 months from now. These
No
two,
overheating.
Yeah, these two should be putting on all kinds of content. No complaining of being.
We'll
too
see if
hot.
the Trans Am gets any work.
Yeah, well, what are you doing there, Tyler? What are you doing with that?
It's kind of just eye candy right now.
It's
That's
a
like-
bad eye
that candy
candy.
went bad. That candy melted.
It expired.
For a good couple,
Eye candy.
4 decades, 2 decades.
Eye candy's such a stretch.
Yeah, that candy bar, as long as it's melted, it's a puddle. But yeah, I'll try to do that. And they should be putting out. I'm gonna be on them to try to get some content out. While
We
I'm
might
out here.
green screen brand it into them. See what we can do.
Just put me in the little corner.
Talking.
It's like a phone a friend kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I'll just be down in the corner talking to y'all. But we also thought maybe we'd do a podcast kind of setup where we're just talking about things, just like stay a little more involved. But we don't know yet. We'll talk a little more on
We'll
that.
figure it out.
These should be my last couple videos of being fully in it because I
Yeah.
leave in a couple weeks. So
Yep, so thank you all for watching.
yes, sir.
And
See y'all next time.
see y'all next time. Way too loud.
Yeah.